inside scoop. How does he know everyone?
Undercover brother?
That means he knows all about it.
I bet he's got a lot of great stories.
I trust him. He brought me a finger.
This guy knows his.
All right, guy Torry. What's your Torry story?
This is one of the anniversaries of the Million Man March. We talked about it earlier, and this is a Million Man March Torry story, right? So my brother, Joe, and myself, and one of my brother's friends has /bodyguard. Drove from L.A. to D.C. for the Million Man March.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's 3 black brothers, dark-skinned brothers, set out in a gold Mercedes-Benz with shiny wheels, tinted windows, and California plates to drive across country for the Million Man March. Now, Joe's friend was, his bodyguard. So he got a questionable past. You can't be a bodyguard for a black artist and you ain't hood official. Right? So this dude was hood official. And inside the car was 2 firearms, one registered, one not. The one not was belonging to the bodyguard. We don't know what bodies were on it, where it had been, or who it had shot. We just know it was there. And there's also a gallon-sized bottle of vodka.
Gallon size?
Yeah, and a gallon.
That was it for cross-country trip for you guys?
Well, vodka. There was other alcohol in the trunk. This was in the immediate back seat, along with a gallon-sized Ziploc bag of weed, California weed. And this is 1995, before it was legal anywhere in the United States.
Yeah.
So, you travel across country, you're going to need all 3 of them, all right? We were riding dirty, like 3 the hard way.
And the bottle is open, of course.
Oh, yeah. Bottle, yes, open container.
Okay.
Yeah, all illegal, right? If you would have casted a Hollywood scene with drug dealers in a John Singleton film, it would have looked like us. So the bodyguard is driving. Joe's in the passenger side. I'm riding in the back seat with all the guns, the weed, and the vodka.
Oh, my God.
Right? So we're driving and we get to the border of New Mexico. There's a checkpoint. All right? Now, I'm nervous. I'm sweating like R. Kelly reading Shakespeare. Right? We pull up to the checkpoint, and there's a Mexican officer who comes to the driver's side of the window. Huge Tom Joyner-type mustache. Right? Mustache was inside the car before he was. So he bends down and had one of the meanest faces. Like if you casted a Mexican officer in any Robert Rodriguez film, it looked like this dude. Right? So he looks in the backseat at me. He looks over at Joe, looks at the passenger seat, looks at the bodyguard, and tells him to pull over. I can feel my stomach like turning. Right? I was mad I didn't wear an adult diaper that day. Because, it was all bad. I don't smoke weed. I wasn't drinking at the time, and I never owned a gun. But all that's in the backseat with me. All right? Now, remember, we 3 black brothers, dark-skinned brothers, in a gold Mercedes-Benz, shiny wheels, tinted windows, California plates. And, 2 firearms and all that stuff in the back. So now the driver's pulling over close to this bus. And this school bus, green school bus, has narc dogs in it, narcotic dogs. And the closer that the driver is pulling over, the crazier the dogs are barking. I'm like, dude, don't get too close to the bus. So the officer comes over to the driver's side, asking for his driver's license, walks over to Joe's side, asks for his driver's license, and I'm like, this is it. At the time, Joe was already did Poetic Justice and Def Comedy Jam, and I had I'm 3 years into my career, but I saw my whole future flash in front of me. This is it. We're going to jail. So the driver's side bends down, looks in Joe's window and goes, Def Comedy Jam!
No.
Oh, really?
Joe Torry! Man, can I get a picture, get an autograph? And I'm like, yo, when I tell you, that was the biggest relief because this is Mexico basically. You don't think they know what Def Comedy Jam is, and he was a big fan of Joe's, and I was like, oh, thank you, and he let us go, and we ended up driving, to Atlanta, and then took a couple hours rest, and then drove to D.C. for the Million Man March, and it was an incredible scene. But that trip almost didn't happen had Joe not been who he was.
When you drove back, were you just as dirty?
I flew back. I flew back. I was like, you know what, y'all good. I'm good. I'm flying back. But it was my memory of the Million Man March, and not to discredit the amazing speeches that went on and incredible crowd size.
Today's the anniversary of the Million Man March, October 16, 1995.